Hey guys, so welcome to another video. If you're not familiar with me, my name's Jacob. This is my channel, and here we talk about all things overland, off-road, GX stuff, and sometimes stuff in between. But welcome to another video. In today's video, I want to discuss comms and communications and what kind of communications you should look into if you're into the kind of stuff that I'm into, or other stuff. Just know this is going to be very high level, so we're not going to be going, super into the weeds about all the different types of radios and different frequencies and stuff like that. I'm not a huge mega nerd, so I'm making this currently as I'm talking right now. We're making this. I'm making this because this is the video that I wanted when I was getting into this stuff, because I'll be honest with you, I don't care about all of it. I just wanted a way to talk to my friends when we were out on the trails or doing our thing. And yeah, I was looking for the best way to do it, and every video I found was just teaching me ins and outs of I don't want to know all that. So I'm trying to make a very simple video, easy to digest, because that's the kind of video I wanted when I was in the market for this stuff. So what we're going to do is we're going to kind of discuss how to choose the best system for you, what things to look for, and yeah, and then I'll sum it up with showing what I decided to go with, and yeah, we'll talk about it. Okay, so the first things you're gonna need to do is you need to ask yourself a couple questions. The point of these questions are really to gauge what kind of radio or communications you should be looking into. So the first thing is simply, it's very simple, just what do you need comms for? This could be something like, you're an avid off-roader, overlander, you're a prepper, so you're into the whole prepping. What do you guys call yourself? Prepper, like the prepper gang? I'm prepper gang. I don't know. Are you a prepper? Do you live in California? You want to talk to other nerds out in Japan? Those are all questions you want to ask yourself. We'll get into kind of why you'd ask yourself these questions. So the next thing you want to ask yourself is probably the most important part. What do your friends have? Like, what kind of radios, not like what do they have? And then the last one is going to be just how much do you really care to learn about this stuff? Are you getting into communications because you love the idea of radios and you really want to learn more about it? Or were you like me and you just wanted to, talk to your friends while out on the trail? Keep that in the back of your mind, kind of start answering those to yourself in the comments, whatever. Here are the three main radio types. So there's CB radio, oh my gosh, I always forget what order it is. GMRS radio and ham radio. Those are the three main types of radios, and FRS, but we're gonna kind of put that into GMRS too, so it's in there. So again, this is super high level, so I'm not gonna get into the weeds about what the differences are between each one, but I will touch on a few of them just in case you're interested, and also it is a little helpful to know a little bit about what you're talking about. So here's some key points that you might need. So CB radio, think of truckers and old school off-roaders. If you see any CJ5s or CJ7s driving on a trail, odds are they probably have a CB radio. GMRS is for more modern off-roaders and overlanding, and also people with poor friends. Ham radio, I'd like to call this is for nerds and preppers. There's just those two. Sometimes a little bit of modern off-road, but usually if you have a ham and you're in a modern off-road, you probably also have GMRS. So CB and GMRS are similar. I think, in my opinion, I think GMRS has a few more advantages. GMRS can communicate with two-way style radios like FRS, which is going to be your standard walkie-talkies. Ham radio is unique because you have almost an infinite range if you're utilizing repeaters. Repeaters are, think of what a repeater is, right? It's taking a signal in and it's dishing it out twice as strong. So it's like a weak signal comes in and then it just shoots out twice as strong. That's basically what a repeater is. There's a lot more nerdy stuff behind it that I don't know, but that's in general what it is. And you can also use repeaters on GMRS or GMRS. The last thing I wanted to just kind of tuck in there is remember about licensing. CB radio does not need a license. GMRS does need a license, but it's a 10-year license and it's your entire household. And it's like $60. It's supposed to go down to like 35 like 2 years ago, but it's the government, so it's gonna take its time. And then with ham radio, you also need a license. I don't know how much that one is because I don't care, but you do need a license for that one as well. That one's, I think, a bit more expensive, but that one's planning on going down to what I think GMRS is right now. But again, it's taken forever. And that one's also, I think, like a 3-year license or something like that. I don't remember the exact licensing for ham, but it is a little bit more expensive, and it is per person. It's not per household, and it's a little bit more tricky to get. I believe you have to take a test. So now that you know a little bit about what each radio does and how it operates, let's go back and answer those 3 questions. Why do you need a radio? So to kind of go down that list, prepper, right? A prepper is most likely going to want a ham radio for that infinite range, right? You'll be able to communicate with people in different states, just a lot further, but that's why ham radio is liked among preppers, because of the ability to communicate way further than anything else. Again, GMRS has repeaters. I just don't believe it can be nearly as far as ham. I do believe ham is the longest travel. Okay, so if you're in off-roading or overlanding, just give me a sec. Let me get into the next question. So again, if you live in California and you want to talk to other nerds, in Japan, go with ham, or just get a long distance plan from your mobile carrier. Okay, so here's the most important one, and this is the most important one to me, and really to, I think, anyone getting into communications. If you're watching this video, you probably don't know where to start, so this is the best place, in my opinion, to start. What do your friends have? Simple as that. Just go with whatever they have. That's honest opinion. Whatever they're using, get that. If you have a group of 10 friends and they all have the same communication style, get whatever communication style they have. If they're a bunch of nerds and they love ham, get into ham. That's unfortunate, but you're gonna have to learn all that stuff. But at least you'll have 10 friends that teach you how to use it, which is the reason why I didn't go with ham. I don't have 10 friends. Way more than 10 friends. Probably 11. Go with whatever your friends have. That's gonna be the most important thing, because think about it, at the end of the day, if you are just dead set, you love GMRS, you're like, that is the best idea ever, I can use my walkie-talkies, oh, that's gonna be great, I love that. And you spend all this money, you get the brand new shiny, 50-watt radio, and you get it installed, you spend, an hour or 2 on installation, you hide all the wire, it looks so good. You go out on the trail with all your friends, and everyone has CB radio. You're gonna look like an idiot, and you're gonna be talking to no one. So go with whatever your friends have. If your friends are rocking CB radio, get a CB radio. If you go with whatever your friends have, or have a conversation and switch with all your friends to the same radio system. Probably the most important. So off-roading and overlanding people, go with whatever your friends have. That's gonna be the most convenient for you and all your buddies. So the next one is more of the last question is more of like a personal thing, right? Like, how much do you want to actually learn about this stuff? This is really, if you're thinking like, I really think radios are cool, maybe you want to just get into ham radio. Ham radio has some of it's just insane. There's a whole community out there of ham nerds that aren't even necessarily about off-roading or overlanding or prepping or whatever. They just love ham radios. They've been around for a while, so it's kind of like I'd call it like the analog community of like the hi-fi and stuff like that. They just love their radios. So yeah, if you want to learn more about this, if you just feel super passionate about radios, look into ham radios. That's probably gonna be your best bet if you really care about this stuff and you want to learn more about it. By the way, nerd is not bad. I'm a nerd. Sometimes people get upset when I say nerd. Grow up. So let's get into what I picked. So going through this, I kind of went through the same checklist when I was choosing a radio. I watched a ton of videos, too many videos in fact. I watched way too much, and I already forgot it, if you can't tell from this video. And it just, at the end of the day, you don't need to know everything. You just need to know what do your friends have, and do you care about it, right? So I'm into off-roading, overlanding, obviously. And when I was choosing a radio, I went to my friends, and I moved a lot, and so I have friends in different places, and everyone has either, they just use walkie-talkies, so FRS, or they have a GMRS radio installed. None of my friends have CB except for my dad, who used to have CB on his Jeep. So I went GMRS. I didn't go ham. I didn't go CB. I went GMRS because it makes sense. And so all my buddies that have FRS radios, little walkie-talkies, when they do want to upgrade, they will also upgrade to GMRS because they already have walkie-talkies, and most of them aren't like cheap walkie. They're nice walkie-talkies. So with that being said, I actually reached directly out to Midland to see if they'd be willing to collaborate and partner up, and they said yes. And so here we are. They sent me over, I'll actually have the box. So they sent me over, it's the MXT 275. This box is super heavy and full of things. Just kidding. It's not. It's already installed. I needed to install it for a project not related to radios because I actually use this. But yes, they sent me this guy, and they sent me some other goodies too that we'll talk about in another video. I'm not gonna do a full breakdown of this. It wouldn't make sense. This video is not a review. This video is just to talk about radios. Midland sent this over, but I'm in no way gonna just preach that I'm a Midland fanboy. That's not, I'm bigger than that. I'm not gonna do that. Okay. Sorry, that was really stupid, but I thought it was funny. So there you go. Have fun with that. So since I reached out to Midland did not reach out to me and say, hey, can we send you this? Can we do this? I reached out directly to them. The reason I did that is because they are the brand I think of when I think of radios. They've been around forever. It's what my pops had with a CB radio. It's just the radio brand I trust. That's the reason I reached out to them directly, not selling out. If that makes sense, guys. I will only work with brands, and on this channel, I will only ever work with brands that I actually like. I'm not gonna work with brands just because they're like, hey, here's some money, here's some free stuff. And none of the brands I work with get a chance to review videos unless I'm working on a special project with them, right? They will not get a chance to review videos or see the videos before they're released or my opinions on them. They in no way can see my opinions. If I don't like this radio in a month, I'm going to tell you guys. But I will be doing next week, check it out, I'll be doing a full review, not review, but like kind of first impressions of installing it, build quality and stuff like that on the channel. And then I filmed the installation, so I will release the installation one after that, just so you guys can get as much information as possible. And then I'm gonna also talk about the other things they sent me. 100% so far, I recommend Midland radios. I have my affiliate link below. If you click on that and you decide to buy something, I do get a kickback. Just helps support the channel, but I will say that so far I am quite pleased with Midland, especially that radio, but we'll talk about that in the next video. But yeah, guys, hopefully this helped you kind of discover what radio and what kind of communications that you're gonna do with your group of friends or your family or however you're planning on doing it. Yeah, guys, that's it. That's all I want to talk about. So thank you so much for watching this. Again, check back next week. We'll talk more about the MXT 275. Thanks so much for hanging out, and hopefully you learned a thing or two, because I definitely did when I was doing all this research to buy this radio, or to ask nicely for the radio. I did a lot of research. Thank you guys so much. I'll see you guys in the next one. Make sure to like and subscribe. It really helps this channel out. I think like 80% of you guys don't even subscribe. So do me a favor, hit the subscribe button. It's free. And yeah, stop by on the Discord, say hey, what's up. Go say hi on Instagram. And oh, forgot to tell you guys. Shout out to Real Rigs Rattle. They sent me out some stickers and 2 patches. Maybe I'll give one of these away. These are pretty cool. Go check them out on Instagram. I'll link them below. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. I need to leave and go outside. I'm hungry and I need fresh air.